Hi, welcome to Our Town. I'm your host, Roy Swedeen, and today I'm going to look into the rumor of wild parrots in Redlands. I'm going to grab my camera, hit the streets, and see what I can find out. In this whole big bookstore of yours, do you have anything on parrots?
I'm glad you asked because, matter of fact, we do, if you were a parrot. So this might answer some of the questions about the Redlands parrots.
My kind of book, big pictures. So do these parrots land in your tree every day or what?
They have been for the past couple of weeks.
So how did they get here? Do you know? What have you heard?
Well, what I've heard is that originally it started as a pair of parrots, and over the years they have just multiplied. I've heard rumor that they had escaped from Bracken Bird Farm, but I don't know if that is true or not.
What do you know about wild parrots or Redlands?
First time I heard about them. I don't know how many there were, but there was probably 30 birds at least.
So it's not just a rumor.
No, they're there.
Look at them!
They're beautiful.
Look like bats.
Well, it was suddenly very clear to me that I wasn't going to get the answer I was looking for on the street. So what better way to do my study than to go find an expert? Well, we're at Bracken's Bird Farm. Who are you and what are you going to tell me about the wild parrots of Redlands?
My name is Becky. I work here at Bracken. I can tell you that they are mitrid conures. They stay in the Redlands, Yucaipa area because they enjoy the fruit and nuts. They are quick to reproduce birds, very noisy. The incubation period for them is about 26 days. Also, if they kept from pets, they're very affectionate and loving bird, but as they get wild, they are not so friendly.
Do you have any here?
No, we do not.
Rumor has it that they originally started at Bracken's and they ended up out in the wild. There's a bunch of them. What do you think about that?
They did not come from us. They're probably escaped pets because the mitrid conures are very strong in their beak, which means they can chew through wood, can break some real thin wires, sort of thing, so they can escape from cages. Chances are they are probably a breeding pair that got out, and because their gestation period is so short, that's probably how we have so many now.
I mean, they don't even stop by to say hi to the rest of the birds? They're not that sociable?
Of course not. They just fly right by, have nothing to do with us.
Do you think there's a parrot language?
I do believe that there is an understanding between the birds to recognize noise. I'm not quite sure if it's a language like English, like what we speak, but I do believe there's certain sounds that relate to certain things. For example, if you have a key and you teach the bird to say key, key, key every time you have it, when you hold up your keys, the bird will relate the key to the sound that it makes, and that's how you get to teach them different words. So I believe they can relate the sounds to an action.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Thank you.
Well, that certainly cleared up a few things for me, but there are still a lot of unanswered questions. The best way to learn things, the best way to do research, get out there and study it yourself. Waiting for parrots takes patience. Usually I just stand out here and wait. You can hear them squawking in the background. Still have to wait till they come flying off the tree. I don't know what they're saying, but it sure is interesting. Would have brought a snack if I thought it was going to be this long. I don't have a film crew, low budget, See if I can zoom for you guys. Here comes a couple. I think they send 2 or 3 ahead for a scout, and then they say it's okay, and the rest of them follow. Those 2 that flew ahead probably said, "Guy's got a camera, everybody stay back." I should have brought a chair. Now we're talking. I'm gonna grab the camera while I can. Thought I was crazy, huh? I'm here today with bird expert Dr. Harold M. Hill. Doctor, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a real product of Redlands. I was conceived, born, grew up, educated here in Redlands and practiced medicine here for nearly 40 years and just waiting to fade away on the hill up there.
Well, how old are you?
Well, I'll be 90 before the year's out.
Oh my gosh, what's your secret?
Well, the first thing, you have to have a good selection of ancestors, so I've done well in that regard.
I've been out chasing these parrots or redlands. What can you tell me about them?
Well, it's no secret, they're red-crowned parrots, and their generic Latin name is Amazon. The parrots have been here in Redlands probably since back in the 1980s, because I wrote a paper on the parrots of Southern California in the late 70s for the county museum, and they weren't here at that time. These birds are omnivorous. That means they eat all kinds of food, and that's why they're doing so well here and why they've increased so rapidly in recent years.
So what do they eat exactly, do you know?
They eat seeds and nuts and leaf buds and fruit.
Do parrots in general have lifelong mates?
Generally speaking, the bigger birds, which live longer, tend to have permanent mates.
Thanks a lot, Harold. I can really tell you love these birds.
They really add a lot of something to Redlands.
Well, I certainly couldn't agree with you more, Harold.